Since I don't know where the heck I am, I might as well get something to drink.
Mr. Rush, I don't think that's very much common courtesy to look around a host's fridge without asking.
What? I'm sorry, who are you?
I go by the name Dr. Meatball. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, okay.
Are you serious? Don't you ever get down in that chair!
Well then.
Now, do you want anything to drink? Because the host is always supposed to offer a drink to the visitor. He can't just walk in and do whatever he wants. You gotta have some common courtesy here, Mr. Rush.
Well, I don't even really remember showing up to your house, but I guess I could have some... Have any water?
Let me see. No, I don't. Sorry.
Well then, I don't think it's kind courtesy to just open your house to a total stranger. I don't even remember coming here at all.
Well, I saw your car broken down in the middle of the street out there, and my henchman, my minion, you could call him, went out there and saw you like all broken down, so he decided to help you, and you passed out, so he caught you, and he thought you needed somewhere to rest in a nice little bed.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the choking, that really wasn't a dream. That was just your henchman trying to help me to relieve my tired eyes. Okay.
Absolutely.
I see.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I guess while I'm here, could you tell me a little bit about yourself? I need to know the host if I'm staying in this house.
That's a good question. No one's ever asked me that before. And I don't like it when people ask me that!
Sir, calm down. Would you like something to drink?
What did I tell you? What were my words to you that the visitor is not supposed to offer the host something to drink? This is my house. I can get something to drink if I want. Do you think I'd let you just wander off and give me something to drink? You could just...
Is there something troubling you, sir? You seem like you have a lot on your mind.
Do you want to know my story, really?
Yes.
Do you want to know how I became this?
You seem like an upstanding fellow.
I don't like sarcasm.
I'm sorry, sir. It's just it just happens on a whim, I guess you could say.
I was 7 years old, and my parents, we lived down in Illinois. My parents, they were tired one night. They just got home, and they put me to bed, and last words my mother gave me were, "Good night, I'll see you tomorrow. Jeffrey." I don't even know if that was my real name, but now it's Dr. Meatball, but that's besides the point. Excuse me?
Dr. Meatball, I'm sorry, that's just a hilarious name to me.
This is a joke to you, I see.
I'm sorry, I resort to sarcasm when I'm uncomfortable. And being in someone else's house that I have never seen before makes me a tad uncomfortable. I am truly sorry, Dr. Meatball. Please continue your story.
Thank you. God. Common courtesy. Okay. They put me to bed, and my parents were in the living room watching TV or whatever, and I was playing on my little, what do you call those things?
iPod.
No! Shut up. Let me think. Game Boy. Game Boy, that's what it was. Game Boy. And I heard a loud bang all of a sudden, and parents started screaming louder than I've ever heard them scream before.
What was... How did the bang sound? Was it something like this? Was it something like that?
It was that.
Okay, that hurt my hand a lot, but continue.
And this guy, he ran in, this group of guys, they ran in with guns. And they busted into my room. I was so scared, I was hiding under my bed.
That must have been quite terrible for you.
You have no idea. And the guys found me under my bed, and they took me into the living room, and they sat me down on a chair, and my parents, they
Go on.
They brutally killed my parents right in front of me. They made me watch them. They skinned them alive, and they threw them out the window like just rag dolls. And the police came in at the wrong time just after it happened. They came in and shot the guys, and the police took me. And a few days later, they sent me to a foster home. And a few days when I was in the foster home, this is what happened. This kid was bothering me so much. He was like the bully.
Yeah.
Of all the kids.
Those bullies, they really need to get a lesson taught to them.
Yes, you could say that. And this bully, he was a horrible, horrible kid. He always pushed everybody around, took their snacks and stuff, so I was sick of it when they see me. You know what I did, what any average kid would do.
You told the authorities?
No. I took him
Okay.
into the boiler room.
Okay.
And I stabbed him 8 times with this little sharp piece of metal that was loose. I stabbed him 8 times and threw him into the boiler. I watched and listened to his muffled, burned screams. And keep in mind, I was 8 at this time because it was a year after my parents got killed. It was the day after my birthday. The kid was screaming, moving around, and I closed the door and just watched him. I watched him just moving around, just one of the greatest experiences ever. So I ran out of the foster home, and I lived in the sewers for about a few weeks. And all I ate was rats, dead, disgusting raw rats. That's all I could find.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, I was eating a rat, and all of a sudden this guy tapped me on the shoulder, and I turned around, and it was these 2 guys, these two guys that were living in the sewers.
Mm-hmm.
They took me to their little hideout in the sewers. It had beds and everything, and they raised me to what I am now. Keep in mind, I was 8 back then, so they raised me. I don't even know my age anymore. I'm never keeping track.
When you're in a store, there's really no point to.
Absolutely. And what did I do next? Oh, and instead of rats, they used to get these. You see, the sewer led to this little area, this little town, and there was this hole that was the back of a Subway.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurant Subway.
Okay, I was gonna get confused.
Exactly. Yeah, and so they used to sneak in after dark and get all the stuff, the ingredients, and they used to bring me down a meatball sandwich, a meatball sub, whatever you want to call it, and I used to eat nothing but those.
Those are quite good, actually.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad.
Do you like them toasted or non-toasted?
Either one's fine, whatever they could give me.
Yeah.
And they fed me, they cared for me, and they're off somewhere doing some crazy stuff. I just let them go where they want to. They're probably killing someone right now, who knows. That's my story, Mr. Rush. What's yours? Tell me about your perfect, shining life.
Well, it was perfect. Until I just came home one day. See, I'm not originally from here. I live back in Florida, and I came here on business. I'm a psychologist. That's probably why you're wondering why I've been asking you how you feel.
I've seen your
video blog.
Video blogs. That's it.
I'm glad you got that on your own.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm on YouTube, and I'm kind of in this experiment, you could say. What is so funny?
Oh, YouTube. I saw this video on YouTube where this guy just hurt himself. It was so funny. So funny. So funny. I'm sorry, you were saying?
Yes, watching people's pain is quite enjoyable
Yes.
to the psychotic
Yes.
folk.
Yes.
So I'm in this experiment, like I said. It's for web therapy. Since I'm a psychologist, I'm like, oh, why not? It's an excuse to get out of town.
Why not?
I could I have family staying in Chicago, Illinois, and then I was staying with them, and nice folk. They have 2 beautiful children. I could go on and on, but that's not the reason why I'm here. I was gonna stay with my sister for a few days. Her name's Hannah. Beautiful girl.
That name rings a bell. I'm sorry. Keep going, Hannah.
It's a very common name.
She's your sister.
She is my sister.
Your sister.
Yes.
Okay. Her name's Hannah.
It's Hannah Bohannan.
Bohannan.
Yes.
Bohannan.
Okay. Then.
But I thought your name's August Rush.
She's adopted. She's my adopted sister.
Okay. And in the video blogs, everybody calls you John, though. Why does everybody call you John?
Because I go by August J. Rush.
Mm-hmm.
My John is my initial, and I don't know why they like the name John better than August. I guess because John is around the early '90s. John is the most popular guy name. So I guess everybody just wants to go along with that. It's
I watched this YouTube video one time. It was called John Fox. Have you ever heard of John Fox?
Yes.
The Shades of His Past.
Yes.
John Fox and the True John Fox and Third Time's the Charm.
Yes.
The Bloopers and that music video.
That was the worst music video. See, I don't listen to music much, although I've heard a few songs, and I will say Justin Bieber's Baby Song and Rebecca Black's Friday, those two could get dubstepped, I mean. They get dubstep combined.
By themselves.
Yes. And those would be worse than the music video.
That John Fox guy, he's a really cool looking guy. I've tried to pull off his look with the jacket.
Yeah, you don't do it justice.
Over there.
You don't do it justice, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, there's no other person that really could pull it off, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a really cool guy.
Yeah, I know.
But you were continuing.
What? Yes. Okay, so I'm staying with my sister to try the whole web therapy thing. Hannah. Yes.
Bohannan.
Yes. And I'm sorry, this is it's really hard to say. I come home one day and to where she's staying, and I got so mad at her because she said something like, "Oh, you need to go get me some eggs from the grocery store." I was gonna go fix breakfast, and I'm like, well, I got so angry at her. I'm like, why couldn't you have told me to get eggs when I was all out and about? I was in that area. Our house kind of lives in the suburbs, so it's not close to the city. I got so mad, and I'm like, Hannah, I can't believe you're making me do this, but okay. And it was pouring down rain. It was awful. So
I remember that night. It was a few nights ago.
Yes, exactly. So I go and get her eggs, and
you come back and she's gone.
Yeah, she's gone. I walk in, I call her name because she listens to her music really loud, so I'm like, Hannah, where are you? Hannah! She didn't hear me. So I have a bit of a cold from the rain. So I call her name, no answer. I'm like, okay, she's probably in her room just like taking a shower.
And the music was blasting.
Yeah, she listens to this iPod contraption or music blaring loud. She can't hear anything, and if it's like right in your face. Yeah. So I go and like, okay, fine. She wanted eggs. I'll go make her eggs, and I couldn't find her at all. And I'm like, okay, maybe she's out and about. And her car is still there, and it's just she never came back.
I remember having to turn up the music real loud that night so you wouldn't suspect anything. What would happen?
Oh, Dr. Meatball, that is That is the funniest thing ever.
It's pretty funny, yeah.
I really appreciate you trying to cheer me up in your...
Her screams when I was taking her made me laugh so much. It was hilarious. You should have seen her face.
I really wish I could. I miss her beautiful face every day.
Yeah, she really is beautiful, isn't she?
She is.
It'd be a shame if someone were to hurt her.
I know, every day I think about her dying. And it's not just her dying. I think about anybody close to my family, because I'm a psychologist. I think about things, and I talk to people. People have a hard time coping with death. But how do you feel about that?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Oh? Well, I'm sorry. With your parents, I'm sure it's a very touchy subject.
Your sister. She's a real gal, isn't she? She's really...
Yeah.
She doesn't like being kidnapped, does she?
No, she watches all those crime shows all the time. She thinks she's so prepared. Yeah. But you never can be prepared when it happens to you. I always see these stories of like people I'm helping with, and I watch Dr. Phil all the time. And there's someone he says something like, oh god, what is it? It's like you never can fully understand unless it's happened to you.
She that night before she disappeared, she was watching some CSI and Law and Order right before I took her. So that explains that. That would explain it.
Wait a minute.
What?
Okay, I knew you were funning with me.
Yeah.
Like the first part.
Yeah.
But how the hell would you know what she was watching the night she disappeared? 'Cause she was watching that exact program. No one else knows that about her.
Yeah. No, I was driving past her house that night because I've been surveying it for a few days, and I decided, what the heck, let's get this over with. Ran in and took her and turned the music up loud, turned the shower on so you wouldn't suspect anything when you got home. And there were eggs already in the fridge behind everything. She didn't look. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Your trip was pointless.
What kind of eggs were they?
They were, I don't know, eggs you buy at the store. How am I supposed to know? I grew up in the sewers.
There's a certain brand of eggs that she likes. She likes those big, extra large brown eggs.
That's it. That was it.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah. I was mad too because I had what do you call them? Surveillance camera things, and I was listening in, and she told you to get the eggs. So when I saw the eggs in the fridge, I was just as mad as you were to have to go out in that pouring rain.
She is, that's the one thing you can say about her. She is so forgetful sometimes.
Yeah, she really is. She forgot a lot of stuff that night.
I just have one question for the sake of argument.
Go for it. Go for it, my friend.
Someone were to take her, hypothetically. I'm trying to be as calm about this as I possibly can. Where exactly would they take her?
Probably a secluded place. Maybe like somewhere where no one ever to think, where her screams would never be heard from the torturing that would happen, all that kind of crazy stuff.
I see.
I have some juice in the fridge. Do you want any
juice?
I also have some brown eggs that I took from your house that night in the fridge if you want some.
My sister, my adopted sister, gets taken. And you think, I'm gonna want some freaking eggs? You freaking, I cannot believe. Cannot freaking believe. Someone would offer me eggs.
You're a character, Mr. Rush.
Cannot believe someone would offer me eggs when my sister gets kidnapped.
You're a character, Mr. Rush.
I guess you didn't know that eggs was a comfort food.
Subway sandwiches are comfort food for me.
Splendid. Those eggs are probably stale.
Most likely, yeah.
So,
most likely.
Would you mind me getting you some eggs? I was actually just about to
No. Sit
head
down.
out. Okay.
Take a seat,
All
Mr. Rush. We're not done here yet.
Okay.
Alright, since you're not getting the stupid hints, you moron, I'll just say it to you loud and clear.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you your sister back. She's going to be with me for a very long time, and I'll send her to you in the mail piece by piece each night for the next few months.
You sick son of a douche. Why?
Why?
Why'd you kidnap my sister? We have no.
You seem calm about this.
It's I'm a psychologist.
Exactly.
Our whole demeanor is supposed to be calm. Trust me, as soon as you walk out that door.
This isn't even my house. I broke in.
This isn't your house.
Yeah, I killed the people that were living here. They're in the bedroom. Probably stinking up the house right now.
They're in the bed.
Yes.
They're in the bed.
They're dead. Yeah.
That is where I was sleeping in a dead person's bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were begging.
Okay.
You should try it sometime. It's a real fun experience. You should really try it. It's real fun.
What? Killing people?
Yeah. Watching them on their knees. Oh, please, oh.
So, you kill people for a living.
Yeah, that's what they taught me to do when I was in those sewers.
Why the heck are you called a doctor if all you do is take people's lives? I thought doctors are supposed to save people.
I'm the kind of doctor that messes up a surgical operation on purpose so he doesn't have to deal with everything that's going on in the surgery. I'm that kind of doctor that just lets them die. But instead of them coming to me with the injury, they're, pleading for their lives while I give them the injury.
Is there anything I could possibly do to get my sister back? I mean, is this all about money?
No, it's just to teach you a lesson. That no one can really ever live a perfect life.
Teach me a lesson. What have I ever done to you, Dr. Meatball, that would deserve this kind of pain?
You live such a happy life. And sometimes, I've been watching you for a very, very long time, Mr. Rush. And I've noticed you have the perfect life, the perfect, nice little suburb house with a nice little sister living in you, not just a nice place to live with your sister. And I just thought, what if nothing ever happened to me? If my parents were never killed in front of me, if that would have been my life in a happy suburb house, living a normal life with a wife, maybe a couple of kids, maybe just a normal life. So I'm teaching you a lesson that no one can ever live a perfect life. You have to experience what I went through in that sewer.
There. You are a very, very troubled soul. I know you are.
I'm not giving your sister back, Mr. Rush. I'm going to brutally kill her and show you what it's like to live a life where you have no one that ever loves you or cares about you.
Dr. Meatball.
That's my name.
You think, yes, I know, you really need to get that changed.
But you don't like my name.
It's absurd. Why would anyone call themselves Dr. Meatball?
Hey!
Just because they decide to eat meatball sandwiches. Well, I mean, I guess that's...
I was an orphan. I forgot my own name. So they named me. It was the only thing they could come up with. And doctor, was appropriate because I was the kind of doctor that would let people die. It's complicated. What were you saying?
I was saying, I don't live as much of a perfect life. Everybody says that I do. I mean, yeah, I do drive a fancy car. Yes, I do have a gorgeous sister and a loving family.
Then you live a perfect life because you have people that love and care for you and you haven't seen them die right in front of you. That's why I took your sister, so
That's
you
what
can
it looks
experience it!
That's what it looks like on the inside, you sick pervert.
Oh, Mr. Rush. Oh, this is so fun. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. This is a lot of fun.
You didn't live you didn't live with your father. And for that, I am truly sorry. But how would you react if your father is the one person that you're trying to run from your entire life? I was beaten. I was spit at. My dinner was taken away, all because I had forgotten my homework. I was like, ironically, I was about 7 at the time, going on 8. And,
kind of like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Except your father, yes, my father could do that sometimes, but he wasn't brutally murdered in front of you with the sweetest mother you'd ever know in your life.
You had a sweet mother.
Yeah. My dad wasn't the perfect guy. No, he was a drunk. I'm glad he died, but why did they have to kill my mother? She had no part of it.
My mother, she's along with my dad. They, she was the one who, took my food away. I sometimes, it's horrible to say, but I wish something bad would happen to them. But, I would never go out and physically kill someone. That is just the most unspeakable thing I've ever heard. But, not everybody lives such a fantasy life as you were to call. Yes, I do go around traipsing my car and my money and all this lavish luxury that anyone could buy for. But you know why I flourish all these things?
Why is that? Tell me, Mr. Rush. Tell me.
I flourish and just dance around in all my riches because maybe, just maybe, this fake smile that I have to trace around for everybody in town, maybe that could actually be worth something if I do go out and I drive a Porsche Carrera GT, or maybe I go and buy someone a fancy diamond ring for the person across the street that I don't even know. Maybe it'll heal the hole in my heart from all the sleepless nights I've been having to pursue, worrying about if my dad was going to take away my dinner, or if I was going to go get the belt on me again, because it wasn't just my backside. He did that to my face. He did that to my legs. I just wanted to tell, I just, no one has ever been able to see through my mask. No one ever has experienced the way I see life. Maybe, just maybe, seeing this, you're such a broken shell of a human being. Maybe you could see life through my eyes.
It's beautiful. Oh, brings a tear to my eye.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No one's ever known that story. It makes me,
But after all this arguing, I finally got it out of you. Doesn't it feel good to get it all out?
It's kind of ironic having someone who prances around and talks to people like he's a God's gift to to the world a psychologist. It's nice to know a psychologist can actually get some therapy once in a great while. It feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Man.
So maybe your sister was the only person that was ever nice to you.
My sister was the only person that was ever nice to me.
It'd be a shame, such a shame, if she were to die a horrible, painful, slow death.
It would. Because then I would have nobody. I literally would have nobody there. I mean, yeah, I have my camera crew at the studio where I work at, and yes, I do have my fans.
The studio that was blown up with all the people inside tied to chairs the other day, wasn't it? That might have been that night I did that. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was bombed. Spack Brothers Studios.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, they were all begging for their lives, hoping me not to do it, but it was an experience. I love doing stuff like that. It's fun. You see, I'm not your normal human being, Mr. Rush. I'm the kind of guy you find on the wrong side of town. So excuse me for wanting to kill someone every once in a while because I'm just bored sitting around doing nothing. Maybe I just wanted to do that. Maybe it's because I was following you from work and maybe your building looked like it needed some remodeling, so I just helped them out a little. And the original owners wouldn't agree to it, so I had to kill them too, obviously.
Have you ever thought to I don't know, pick up a hobby, crochet, knit, playing golf, doing something with your free time, maybe even having a job? Did that ever occur to you?
Job? You think I could just come out of the sewer, recover, and get a nice little desk job? Live the rest of my life like every other normal person in this world?
That's what your family would have wanted.
No. You're seeing this the wrong way, Mr. Rush. My family didn't raise me. God, I don't even remember them very much. So these two very nice people raised me, and they raised me to be what I am now. You know what? I'm pretty dang proud of it.
You are a very, very sick individual. If I could find a pencil or something, I
don't think you find any thing like that around here, Mr. Rush. I guess some candy, some Hershey's Kisses over there if you want to. I found something out the other day, Mr. Rush.
What's that?
Why don't you come over here and sit down? Take a little seat, my friend. We're not done yet.
I can't sit down. I when I'm nervous, I pace.
Okay. So, I learned something the other day that death, as we all know, death. Yeah.
Happens to us all.
Yeah. But only some of us accept it. So you see, death is only for the weak-minded, idiot, dumb people that are dumb enough to be killed, that ask to be killed pretty much. Death is only for them. Sure, we all die one day, yes, but like I said, only some of us accept it. And I'm not going to accept it. I'm going to live forever. Killing people, whoever gets in my way, including you, Mr. Rush, if you ever get in my way, you are going to die. I promise you that.
You think people ask to be killed? Do you think Hannah just woke up one day and is like, God, I would love to be kidnapped.
Sure, why not?
I would love to be killed.
You don't know that. Maybe she was thinking it. Who knows? Maybe I'm granting her wish. You don't know that. Maybe she's laughing in that warehouse I put her in the other day, laughing her butt off while she's getting tortured. Maybe she's like, oh, this is so fun. Maybe she's like that. Maybe she's enjoying it. You don't know that.
Let's just say, for the sake of argument, because this reality is completely twisted in every sort of way, let's just assume that was her wish. And maybe that's your wish, too.
Oh, obviously. Yeah, it's all my wish. It's not the only thing I want.
Don't you dare think for 1 second that was my wish. Do you think I wish for my family? The one person that has wished me anything but happiness, do you think I would wish her to be killed?
Why don't you ever...
Think again.
If you ever touch me again, Mr. Rush, it's not gonna end well. you're gonna be one of my I don't like that. I really don't like that.
What you need, sir, you need some help.
You need to sit down.
No,
Mr. Rush, no.
I need to find.
No,
Something. Sit. What the heck was that about Dr. Meatball?
Sit down, Mr. Rush.
No, I need to. You need help.
I said sit down.
You need. We need to calm down.
Why do I need to calm down? There's no reason to calm down. This is going very well.
You're being very sick. So just sit. Sit down. We just need to calm down.
Woo!
That was fun. We need to calm down. We need to have. Do you have a primary physician? A doctor that you go to when you're sick? Because you, sir, are very sick.
No, I probably wouldn't because I'd probably kill him. Killing's the answer to everything, Mr. Rush. That's how I was raised. Isn't it?
No. Killing is not. Killing may be the easy way out to some people. I can't understand why. But you know, don't you have a burden on your shoulders?
Absolutely not.
Really? You traipse around being like, oh, my parents are killed, this is the worst thing that's ever happened in my life.
Sure, maybe the 2 seconds while it was happening, but after that, I didn't care anymore.
So you don't see your parents in the eyes of all of your victims that you that you killed.
Everybody needs to see what life was like through my eyes. Everybody that I see that can live a perfect life with a perfect family, they don't deserve it, Mr. Rush. They don't. They just don't.
That...
You know what? I can't deal with this anymore, Mr. Rush. I gotta get out of here. It was a very big pleasure meeting you at such a time like this, but, you know, all good things have to come to an end. You know, your time's gonna run out sooner or later, Mr. Rush, so I would suggest you live your life to the fullest.
So wait, you're just gonna go like that? You're just gonna walk up, you're gonna tell me that the only person that was ever meaningful to my life is gone, and you're just gonna walk away?
Yeah, you're never gonna see her again. So you might wanna, you know, get on your bedside. Oh, please.
Well, don't worry, Mr. Rush, here. Maybe you can have some meatball sandwiches while you're done.
Oh, that sounds good. Maybe I will do that, Mr. Rush. See you in the future, Mr. Rush. We'll meet again, I promise you that. It's good meeting you.